was gonna look up and see which one was Joe's. I think it's this one.
Yeah,
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this evening's Planning Commission meeting. Approval of the January 13 minutes.
I move to accept as presented.
I'll second that.
It was a race bill. So motioned and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody disagree with it? Okay, we're good to go. Unfinished business, Justin.
We don't have any unfinished business today.
All right, 2020-0201, 1810 North Bay, preliminary and final plat.
So the amended replat for the North Base Drive subdivision has been submitted in a timely fashion and reviewed for its conformity to the subdivision control ordinance. The proposed plat meets the development standards for an R1 zoning district. The plat has been amended to show the existing property lines extended to the low water mark per the lot descriptions in the original subdivision plat from 1952. The plat does not contain any revisions to existing easements. I would recommend that the Plan Commission grant preliminary and final approval for the plat as presented. And plat should be attached to your packets there. Hopefully all of you have it, and there's an additional handout there as well. for your-
And this is, what is the controversy here again, Justin, that
There's not necessarily any real controversy. I mean, Steve can go into some of the details of the property, but basically it's an extension of those property lines as they should have been from the original plat for the neighborhood. There was just there was a line that was drawn at where the pin location is currently. So typically the pins mark the corners of the lots. Because of the lake, sometimes the pins are put farther away from the corners of the lot. So I'm sure Steve can go into detail about all of that stuff.
All right, any other questions, comments before we open it up? Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in favor of this petition?
Matter of fact, there is. Steve Snyder, on behalf of Terry Heath. This is nothing more than correcting a mistake made by a surveyor when the middle plat was laid out. I gave you copies of all three plats so you can see where the error is. The first plat is North Bay Drive Edition that was recorded a long time ago, and it shows Lot 1. And it shows Lot 1 running all the way to the water's edge of Winona Lake, but there's a dimension line that's placed across the lakeward side of that lot, or all the lots. Surveyors do that because they don't want to put pins at the corner of the lot when it's next to the water, because if the shoreline erodes, the pin's gone. So they always set it back. So then we go to the second page, which is the replat of Lot 1. This was done by Kevin Michael at Walker and Associates in Columbia City. At the time, Jake Handel owned the property. I can't tell you why he wanted to split it into two lots, but he did, and that plat was approved. The problem is, when Kevin looked at that original plat, he made the mistake that a lot of laymen make, and that is that dimension line is the lot line. Never known a surveyor to do that, and I probably won't let Kevin forget that he did it this time. But when my client purchased the property, she couldn't figure out why her lot line didn't go to the water's edge. So I did a little investigation, found out that there was simply a mistake in the replat of Lot 1. So as a result, Kevin came up with the amended replat of Lot 1, which is before you tonight, which simply revises it to show that the lakeward lot line is the water's edge. And that solves the problem, gets us back to where we were with the original plat of Lot 1 in North Bay, so that we have the proper dimension from the street to the water's edge. That's what we're asking you to approve tonight, both on a preliminary and a final basis, so that I can record this amended replat and go to the title company, which has agreed that when the amended replat is filed, they'll modify their title policy and ensure title running to the water's edge.
Any questions? Thoughts?
I move to approve the preliminary plat.
So motioned,
I'll second that.
seconded that. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules and vote on the final.
So motioned, seconded?
Second.
Bill, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone in disagreement? Okay. Next, we have the,
I'll make a motion to approve the final plat.
seconded then, again. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone not in favor? That carries unanimously as well.
Thank you.
I think we're set on that, is that
Once you
correct?
get it signed, Justin, I'll stop by tomorrow and pick it up. That work?
Sounds good.
I'll take care of recording it.
Now she can get the right flood insurance too.
That was a holdup? Was that a problem?
No, it
Oh.
really wasn't, because the house is not
Yeah,
located in the flood.
Yeah.
It's in the floodplain, yeah.
Very good, thank you, Mr. Snyder.
Thank you.
All right, next order of business is 2002-02, 802 East Center Street preliminary plot. Justin?
So the preliminary plat for the 802 Center subdivision has been submitted in a timely fashion and reviewed for its conformity to the subdivision control ordinance. The proposed lot meets the development standards for a subdivision within an R2 and an R3 zoning district. The plat merges 12 lots to create a single 2.37 acre lot. The alleyway running east-west through the property will be vacated to accommodate future development. Access to utilities will be maintained along Market Street in addition to an easement on the southeast corner. I recommend that the Plan Commission grant preliminary approval for the 802 Center subdivision as defined by the plat at this meeting, and then grant final approval after the remainder of the lots have been acquired.
Thank you, Justin. Any questions?
So Justin, the alley that we see on here that goes right through the middle of the plats, that one will be vacated completely?
Correct, to accommodate the building footprint.
Okay.
That would need to go away, so.
Any other questions?
Is this for the senior center?
Correct.
Okay.
I move to approve the preliminary plat.
And we're only voting on the preliminary on this one, as I understand it, so
Right.
moved. Seconded.
I'll second.
Jim, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone in opposition? That carries unanimously. 2020-02-03-97 Bell Drive preliminary and final plot.
Yeah, so the preliminary and final replat of the Zimmer Biomet South subdivision has been submitted in a timely fashion and reviewed for its conformity to the subdivision control ordinance. The proposed lots meet the development standards for a subdivision within an I-2 zoning district. The plat subdivides one lot into 3 lots with an average lot size of 4.7 acres. Utility access will be maintained from Bell Drive. And since this subdivision doesn't include the addition of any additional public infrastructure, we can again suspend the rules if you so choose and grant preliminary and final approval for this replat.
Thank you, Justin. Any questions?
Now, where does the new sewer line go? Is there a new one along here? That's what I thought.
Yes, there is, and it's shown on here on lot 1, about midway along the north boundary. There's a little carve out there.
Okay,
That's where the existing Biomet pump station is.
Okay.
We just built a new one
right.
and a new force main, so this plat takes that area into account.
Okay, so it's okay still, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Any other questions? Comments?
I'll make a motion, we approve the pre-plot for 02/03/2020.
We have a motion to approve the preliminary. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone in opposition? That carries. Thank you. Perhaps we should suspend.
So moved.
Seconded? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We've suspended the rules.
Motion to approve final.
Motion to approve the final. Do we have a second? Second. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone in opposition? That carries unanimously as well. That carries us through the new business. Any other matters, Justin?
We do not have any other matters today.
Thank you very much. With that, one last motion.
Move to adjourn?
So moved, seconded. Diane, I think you got that one. All those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Anyone in opposition? We stand in adjournment. Thank you all. Maybe I'll turn your mics off.